Let's take a look at practice problem, how to assign costs to products using ABC system. Performance Products Corporation makes two products, titanium rims and posts. Here's the data regarding the two products, direct labor hours per unit and annual production for those two products respectively. Additional information about the company follows. Rims require $17 in direct materials in unit, and posts require $10. Direct labor wage rate is $16 per hour. Rims are more complex to manufacture than posts, and they require special equipment. The ABC system has the following activity cost pools. The corporation has three activity cost pools: machine setups, special processing, and general factory. For each activity cost pool, we know activity measure, estimated overhead cost assigned, and the level of activity consumed by rims and posts. Question number 1. Compute the activity rate for each activity cost pool. Number 2. Determine the unit cost of each product according to the ABC system, including direct materials and direct labor. To assign costs to cost objects in ABC system, we follow several steps. Step 1. Define activities, activity cost pools, and activity measures. Step 2. Assign costs to cost pools using a first stage allocation. Here, the question has done the first two steps for us. Activity cost pool, activity measure have been determined. For first stage allocation, we've already know estimated overhead cost assigned to each activity cost pool. We only need to calculate step 3, activity rates for cost pools. And then step 4, assign costs to cost object using second stage allocation. Let's first take a look at question 1. This is step 3 to calculate activity rate for each activity cost pool. So I've already set up an Excel file here, and you can see to calculate the activity rate, we use estimated overhead cost divided by level of activity for each activity pool. And then we can calculate activity rate. For machine setups, estimated overhead cost is $21,600. Expected level of activity 180 setups. To calculate activity rate, we divide 21,600 by 180, and we can get activity rate per setup. So I just use Excel here, and we get $20 per setup. For special processing, we do the same thing. Estimated overhead cost 180,000 divided by expected level of activity, and we can get rate here. It's $45 per machine hour. General factory, 288,000 divided by 24,000. We can get $12 per direct labor hour. Keep in mind, for each activity cost pool, activity measure is different. After we calculate the activity rate, we can use the rate to assign cost to product in the second stage allocation. Let's take a look at the rims first. We have activity cost pools, and we've already calculated activity rate. Now, based on actual level of activity consumed in each activity cost pool, we can assign cost using ABC system to rims. Let's first put activity rate here. We've just calculated 120 for machine setups, 45 for special processing, and $12 for general factory. And then for each activity cost pool, we calculate assigned cost. We use activity rate multiplied by actual level of activity. It's 12,000. Then we do the same thing for special processing and general factory. Then we can add up total assigned costs from those three activity cost pools to get assigned cost to reams. Total is 280,000. This is assigned overhead cost to reams. Then for posts, we first put activity rate here, and we can calculate assigned overhead cost for each activity pool for posts. And we do the same thing here for special processing, general factory, and add up total. Total overhead cost, which should be assigned to posts, is 201,600. Now we can calculate unit cost of each product for reams and for posts. For unit cost, it includes direct materials, direct labor, and assigned overhead. Let's first take a look at the direct materials. The question has told us reams requires $17 in direct materials in unit, and posts require $10. So we put 17 for reams and $10 for posts for direct materials. For direct labor, the direct labor wage rate $16 per hour. For reams, each unit requires 0.4 direct labor hour, and for posts 0.2. So we can calculate unit direct labor cost using direct labor wage rate multiplied by direct labor hour per unit used for each product. So for reams, we use $16 multiplied by 0.4. And for posts, we use 16 multiplied by 0.2. And we can calculate unit direct labor cost for each product. And then for posts, 16 times 0.2. Okay, so now for overhead cost. Assigned overhead cost total for reams is 288,000. And we can take a look at the total units for reams, 20,000 units. So to calculate unit overhead cost, we use total assigned cost, 288,000 divided by total units, 20,000. And we can get assigned overhead cost per unit for reams is $14.40. To get unit overhead cost for posts, we use total assigned overhead cost to 1,600 divided by total units. Total units here for posts 80,000. So we divided it by 80,000. And we can get unit overhead cost for posts, $2.52. Now we can calculate the unit cost for each product. For rims, we add up 3 together: direct materials, direct labor, and overhead. Unit cost for rims, $37.80. For posts, direct materials, direct labors, and overhead add up together, we can get posts unit cost is $15.72.